Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, I welcome all of you to this weekly online class. And today we are going to discuss on Ram Navami instead of Bhagavad Gita, because 30 March Ram Navami is coming. So I thought let's have discussion on Lord Ram on these 2 weeks so that we can prepare our mindset, we can prepare our mood to welcome Lord Ram into our heart. So Ramayana, if you see the introduction, how the Ramayana begins, Brahmaji told to Narada Muni 100 crore slokas. And when Narada Muni heard all these sloka, and later Balmiki Muni, he was thinking that out of 33 crore demigod, who is the supreme personality of God? And when he had this question in his mind, that time Narada Muni comes and Narada Muni explains to Valmiki Muni with 100 verses. And this 100 sloka, he explains the supremacy of God. And then Valmiki Muni, later he got that realization, revelation in his heart, and he writes this 100 sloka and he expands it into 24,000 verses. So this Valmiki Ramayana is consist of 24,000 sloka. And just like Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasdev writes 18,000 sloka, and then he divides this 18,000 sloka into 12 cantos. Similarly, Valmiki Muni divides the 24,000 sloka into 7 sections, that is known as Kand. Bala Kand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, then Kiskinda Kand, then Ayodhya Kand, then Uttara Kand. In this way, all these 7 kandas are different sections of Ramayana. So my goal is, I am thinking that let's have a brief overview of entire Ramayana. So what I'm thinking that today in our class, out of 7 Kand, let's try to discuss first 3 Kand. Today we'll discuss. This is the part 1 of Ram Navami class. And in the next week, we'll discuss the next 4 Kand. That would be the part 2 of Ram Navami class. In this way, in this 2 class, we'll cover all the 7 sections of Valmiki Ramayana. Okay, so let's begin the first section of Ramayana, that is the Bala Kand. So the name Bala Kand is given because if you see, Ram was born in this section, and all the Bala Leela happened. That could be one reason, but the main reason it is explained that the Vishwamitra Muni, he got maturity in his devotion in this section. That is why the Kand is called Bala Kand. Because Vishwamitra Muni, if you remember, he was a Kshatriya, and then he took the profession of Brahmana, and he has a lot of challenges. But after practicing, at last when he met Lord Ram, he got perfection of his devotion. And that is how, because of his perfection of his devotion, happened from the Bala to maturity. It is also called Bala Kand. And Dasarath Maharaj was performing yajna, and he got payasham, and he divided that sweet rice among the 3 queens. He gave half of the sweet rice to Kaushalya, and from Kaushalya, Lord Ram born. And then the half of the sweet rice he divided again, one-fourth, one-fourth. He gave one-fourth to Sumitra, with that Lakshmana born, and one-fourth to Kaikeyi. But Kaikeyi was about to take it. Again, Dasarath Maharaj took that and divided further half, one-eighth and one-eighth. So one-eighth Kaikeyi ate and Bharat Maharaj was born. And that one-eighth of Kaikeyi he gave to Sumitra. And from that one-eighth, Satrughna born. And because of that, Satrughna is to serve always Bharata, because that was the share of Kaikeyi, right? And Lakshmana is to serve Ram. This is the reason why Lakshmana is to serve Ram and Satrughna is to serve Bharat. The Acharya has explained this in detail. And then all were trained very nicely by the Vasishtha. And meanwhile, Vishwamitra Muni comes to Ayodhya and he asks for Lord Ram. He tells that Tataka and Marichi, they were troubling him a lot in his fire sacrifice. So he wants Lord Ram to help them, to kill them. So Dasarath Maharaj tells that, why Lord Ram? So if you want any help, I'll come. Our Lord Ram is Rajiva Lochana. Rajiva means sun. That moment when sun sets, my son's eye also sets. So what this small boy will do? Better I only come. But Vishwamitra Muni told, no, I want only Lord Ram. Because he has some different plan. He want to do some different pastime with Lord Ram. And Lord Ram has some different thing to be done through Vishwamitra Muni. And then Vasishtha tells Dasarath Maharaj that please allow Lord Ram to go. And then Lord Ram goes and Lord Ram kills Tataka and defeats Marichi. And then meanwhile, while they were going for the Sita Swayamvar, they deliver Ahalya also in the meanwhile. And they reach Sita Swayamvar. And there Janak Maharaj has a condition that whoever will pick up that Sivadhanus, they can marry his daughter Sita. And so many kings they tried, but nobody could lift. And Acharya mentions the condition that why Dasarath Maharaj had this condition of lifting the Sivadhanus. Because once upon a time, when Sita was playing a ball game, the ball was caught in a tree. And to take that ball from that tree, just like something caught, if something is get netted or get caught in a tree, what you do? You take a stick and just take it out, right? So Sita, what she did, she went inside the kingdom and she took that Sivadhanus in one hand. Sita brought that Sivadhanus and he just hit that ball and the ball fell down. And everything is seen by the Janak Maharaj. And Janak Maharaj from the top, he is seeing everything. And he was totally astonished to see that, my God, my daughter is holding that Sivadhanus in one hand. My God, what a power she had. And then Janak Maharaj thinks that if my daughter will marry to a person, and if that person is not this much power, that enough to lift Sivadhanus, then when my daughter will embrace that person become chutney, right? Because Sita has a lot of power in his shoulder. So Janak Maharaj become very anxiety that what to do now. At least the husband should have this much of power to lift the Sivadhanus. Then only it will be equal match, right? Otherwise, it's very tough. This is the reason why Janak Maharaj is the condition of lifting the Sivadhanus. And Lord Ram lifts the Sivadhanus and the marriage happens. And seeing Lord Ram's prowess, Janak Maharaj becomes very happy. And Janak Maharaj gives all his other daughters also to the brothers of Lord Ram. So Ram marries with Sita, Lakshman marries with Urmila, and Satrughna marries with Sutakriti, and Bharat Maharaj marries with Mandavi. In this way, the four brothers they marry the four daughters of Janak Maharaj. And now, this is how the first section of Ramayana happens, the Bala Kand. And the second Kand is called Ayodhya Kand. Ayodhya Kand means the Kand happened in the Ayodhya kingdom. Because when Ram returns, Dasarath Maharaj become very happy. And then Dasarath Maharaj decide to coronate Ram as the king of Ayodhya. And it is mentioned that the moment he announced in Ayodhya that Ram is going to become the king, the whole citizen of Ayodhya, they shout so, they become so happy. In that happy mood, they shout like anything. And then Dasarath Maharaj become insecure that what happened? That I was the king so since so many long time I was the king, and the moment it is announced that Ram is going to become the future king, you become so happy. Am I so bad that you are so happy hearing that Ram is going to become the king? So then the citizen of Ayodhya tells that Maharaj, actually you are not so bad. But there is one issue, what problem? What the problem? The problem is that the son, you have the son, Lord Ram, he is so nice. So automatically we want him as the king. So there is no bad quality in you. You are also very nice. But this Ram is so nice that in comparing with Ram, you are nothing. So please forgive us. So Dasara become very happy seeing that his whole citizen they are wanting Ram to become their king. And the whole citizen was happy, everyone was doing celebration, but one person was not happy. Who is that? Our Manthara. Manthara ka hera pheri. Manthara, just see the attitude of a low-minded person. Manthara was thinking, because Kaikeyi was very beautiful. So Dasarat Maharaj used to like Kaikeyi very much. And Manthara was the Dasi of Kaikeyi. So Manthara used to think that now if Ram become the king, then Kaushalya will become the Rajmata. Then automatically Dasarat will give his more time to Kaushalya. So then the weightage of Kaikeyi will decline. And when the weightage of Kaikeyi will decline, then my position will also decline. So that was the thought of Manthara. So Manthara was thinking about his bread and butter. That my facility, what I am getting now, the facility of servant of a Rajmata, that will go. So just like sometimes politicians, they do something to uphold their chair. So Kaikeyi was thinking that I would do something so that my position should not be hampered. And then then Manthara started poisoning the mind of Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi was loving Ram so much that when Ram got married to Sita, Kaikeyi gave his own palace. Till today, if you go, there is a palace called Kanak Bhavan. It was bezulled with all kind of jewelry. That was the palace of Kaikeyi. And Kaikeyi was ready to give that. He practically she given that palace to Lord Ram and Sita. Is that much Kaikeyi was loving Ram and Sita. But just see, because of a bad association of a lady, her mind was totally poisoned. And as for the instruction of Manthara, Kaikeyi goes to Dasarath Maharaj, and Kaikeyi asks the two boon what Dasarath Maharaj has placed her to give. The first boon one is that she asks that let Ram goes to Vanvas for 14 years. And the second boon she asked is that let my son Bharat become the king of Ayodhya. The moment Dasarath Maharaj hears these two boon, it's like a thunder strikes his head. Dasarath Maharaj was in agony, he was crying. And Dasarath Maharaj fell down at the feet of Kaikeyi, and Dasarath Maharaj was pleading that please, if you want your son to be the king, let your son become the king. I have no objection. But why you want Ram to go to forest? So, but Kaikeyi was adamant on his, and Kaikeyi was not listening. And Dasarath Maharaj in agony was crying. And Dasarath Maharaj told to Ram that you just imprison me and you put in me jail and you become the king. But Ram told that no, my father, whatever you have, my mother told Kaikeyi, I'll obey that. And while going to forest, Ram told one thing to Kaikai. Ram told that, see, my mother, to send me forest, you took two boons for my father, Dasarath. But he told that if only you directly told me, then also I could have obeyed that. So there is no need that you ask such a boon from my father. Because I love you so much as a mother. If you would have directly told that Ram, you just go to forest, I want my son to be king, happily I would have gone. So what is the point of asking to my father all these things? Why you are giving so much of pain to my father? Why you are making my father as an instrument of all these things? And then Ram went to forest. Ram, Lakshman, and Sita, three went to the forest. Initially, Ram was hesitant to take Sita, and but Sita became very angry. Sita told that, "Are you not confident enough to take care of me? Is my father married me to a eunuch or what?" And then Ram became very angry. Come, come, let's go then, because Sita knows what button to press at what time, and that's how Ram, Lakshman, Sita they went to forest. This is how they went to forest, and then Bharat, because Bharat, all these things happening in the absence of Bharat. Bharat was at uncle's home. And when Bharat returns, then Kaikeyi tells to Bharat that, my dear son, you are right now, you are going to become the king. And I have done all the arrangement for you. Enjoy the kingdom of Ayodhya. And then when Bharata comes to know all these things, he becomes furious. He started chastising mother Kaikeyi, and he tells that you are my mother or you are my enemy. And then Kaikeyi thinks that what wrong she did now. And then Bharata immediately goes to Chitrakoot, where Ram, Lakshman, Sita were there that time. And Bharata takes all the Ayodhya soldiers, horses, elephant, all the rishis, with all of them he was going to Lord Ram. So then when Lakshmana sees that Bharat is coming with all of these soldiers, Lakshmana thinks that he might have coming to kill Lord Ram so that he will become the king for forever. And then Lakshmana tells to Lord Ram that brother, be ready. Bharat is coming for a fight. So Ram tells that, why Bharat will come for a fight? No, 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 he's coming with all the soldiers just to kill you. And that time Lakshmana was climbed a tree, and from the top of the tree he was seeing. So Ram tells that, Lakshman, get down from that tree and also get down from your anger, because I know my brother very much. My brother Bharata will never think like this. And as Ram was telling, Bharata approaches Lord Ram, and Bharata falls down at the feet of the Lord Ram and start crying incessantly and request Lord Ram that please return to Ayodhya. But Lord Ram tells that prana jaye par vachana na jaye, that how can I give up my vow to my father Dasarath? Please, Bharat, you return. And then Bharat requests, then Lord Ram gives his sandal. And that's how Bharata returns to Ayodhya. And Bharata, if you go to Ayodhya, there is a village outskirt of Ayodhya that is called Nandigram. And Bharata puts a sandal Ram's sandal on the throne, and he stays at the Nandigram. And he digs a hole, and in that hole he is to sleep, because Ram is sleeping on the ground. So how can I sleep on the same platform as on the ground? So he digs a hole and he sleeps in under the ground. Just imagine the tapasya, austerity of Bharata. And Ram was eating all the herbs, roots, and herbs of the forest. So Bharata thinks that how can I eat nice palatable dishes? So Bharata used to eat barley soaked in cow urine. Can you imagine what kind of taste it would be? And that's how Bharata ate for 14 years. Just imagine the tapasya of Bharata. And that is how the Ayodhya Kand ends here. And the third Kand begins from now is the Aranya Kand. So Ram stays for 13 years, almost 13 years in the Chitrakoot. It is in the Madhya Pradesh. And then he starts coming down towards the southern direction. And that's how he enters Maharashtra. And in the Maharashtra, he comes to the Panchavati. Till today, also if you go to Panchavati, there are 5 Bata. You can see that 5 Bata are there where Ram, Lakshman, Sita is to stay. That's how the name become Panchavati. These are the 5 sages. They were cursed because of that. That is a long story. I won't touch that. So because of that curse, those sages were the 5 Bata. The name of the forest become Panchavati. And the Sita Gufa is still there, where Sita is to stay, where Ram, Lakshman, Sita, where they used to hide Sita when they used to go for a forest. That cave is still there, Sita Gufa, you can see there. And that time, Surpanaka comes. Surpanaka was the sister of Ravana. And when Surpanaka sees the beauty of Lord Ram, Surpanaka thinks that he is a right match for me as an husband. And then Surpanaka goes to Lord Ram and proposes that, please marry me. Ram sees Surpanaka and Ram had a good time. He thought that let me Ram. Then Ram tells Surpanaka, I have already one wife. If you marry me, then you will become servant of that, my queen. So better you go to Lakshman. See, Lakshman doesn't have any wife. Go to Lakshman, he will become his wife. And then Surpanaka goes to Lakshman. And Lakshman tells that, Ram is the king and I am his servant. So if you'll marry me, then you'll become a dasi. So better go to Ram only, become queen. And in this way, Surpanaka was going to and fro between Ram and Lakshman. And one point, she realizes that this lady Sita is the main root cause. If I'll kill Sita, then I'll become the queen. And she was about to devour Sita. That time Lakshmana cuts the nose of Surpanaka. And Lakshmana throws the nose across the Godavari river. That's how the name become Nasika. Nasika means nose. Nose fell that side. The city name become Nasik town. And then when Surpanaka was killed, she tells her brother Khardushan. Khardushan comes with so many thousands of soldiers. And they were about to attack Ram. Ram tells Lakshman that take Sita and go inside the cottage. But Lakshman tells her, brother, you go with Sita, I'll take care of them. Ram, no, you go inside, I'll kill. Lakshman tells, come on, I am there, brother. Why you are killing all these small soldiers? I'll take care. And then Ram tells that, Lakshman, you don't understand. It's our family affair. Please go inside. And Lakshman, a family affair? What is the family affair? And then Lakshman goes inside. And within few seconds, Lord Ram kills all the soldiers of Khardushan. And Sita becomes very impressed. And Sita then comes out. And then Ram tells to Lakshman that when I was wandering in the forest, Sita used to always comment me that always you are carrying this bow in your hand. I have never seen you are using this bow. Always carrying this AK-47, but I doubt whether you can use it or not. Or for the showcase only you are carrying this bow and arrow. Ram got little hurt. And then when this situation come, Ram thought that this is the best situation to show Sita my prowess. And that's how Ram showed the prowess to Sita. And Sita was very impressed. And then Sita tells that, good that you didn't show this prowess earlier. Otherwise, my father has married all the sisters to you only. And that's how this nice pastime happens at the Panchavati at Nasik Dham. But then when Khardushan was killed, Surpanaka became very annoyed. And then Surpanaka thinks that something I should do now. And then Surpanaka goes to Ravana. Now just see, Ravana was happy and satisfied with all his queens in the Lanka. But this Surpanaka nicely knew that Ravana is a lusty person. And if I will tell the beauty of Sita, then automatically Ravana will become lusty and Ravana will kidnap Sita for enjoying her. And then when he will kidnap Sita, then I will again get Ram. So now the agenda was that just see Surpanaka, just to fulfill her own selfish desire, she is ready that Ravana may die also. That was the selfish nature of a demon. So I consider Surpanaka is like an internet, today's internet, social media. So like Ravana was happy in his own Lanka. Sometimes you are happy and you are satisfied, but sometimes you browse something, see something, and automatically you get another desire. Oh my God, this is like this, eh? And then you spend your hours and hours in that internet, and it takes the time like anything. Just like Ravana was satisfied in his own world, but Surpanaka ignited that lusty desire in the mind of Ravana. And just see Ravana kidnapped Sita, and the whole ruination begins Ravana's career. So today's, if you are not controlled enough, then this internet, social media can drag that person and can give some different desire in your mind. And you maybe get distraction from your goal. So then Ravana plans to kidnap Sita, and then Ravana calls Marichi. And then when Ravana tells that you have to become a golden deer and distract Ram, the moment the word Ram he hears, he becomes fearful. He tells, my God, Ram once shot an arrow to me and I fell in the ocean. So I can't go before Ram. But Ravana tells that you have two options. Whether you go in front of Ram or else I'll kill you. You take a choice. So then Marichi thinks that better than getting killed from a demon, better to get killed from a lord. And then Marichi become a golden deer and goes to the hermitage of Ram, and Sita get attracted to that deer, and Sita tells Ram to capture that deer. Ram goes for capturing, and when Ram shoots an arrow to that deer while dying, see the deer was shouts that names of Sita Mata, Sita, Lakshman. So when Sita hears the name of Ram calling Sita and Lakshman, Sita doubts that something trouble happened to Ram, and Sita tells Lakshman that please go and look. But Lakshman was confident enough. Lakshman tells that nothing will happen to our brother. You don't worry. And then that time, Sita doubts the character of Lakshman. Sita tells that, okay, I understand now why you come to forest. That when Ram will die, then you will enjoy with me. That is the reason, right? Just imagine the person who has gave up his own wife and he has sacrificed everything just to serve Ram and Sita, and he is doubted for his own character. Can you imagine what a pain that person will feel? And then Lakshman tells that, okay, mother, if you tell like this, it's okay, I'll go now. And Lakshman goes to Ram. And when he goes to Lord Ram, Ram also started chastising Lakshman that I have given you one service to protect Sita. That also you couldn't do that. You left Sita and came here. Just imagine from the both side, the Lakshman was chastised, doubted, his character was under question. Still, Lakshman was serving. So that is what Lakshman was teaching through his pastime, that in spite of all the people are doubting you, still if you are continuing your service, that is a great thing Lakshman is teaching you. So then all returned, and Ravana was taking Sita, and meanwhile Jatayu comes, Jatayu fights with Ravana. And Mother Sita tells that Jatayu, you are a very old person. Why you are fighting? Better you go and just tell Ram that Ravana is taking me in the southern direction. But Jatayu knew that he was old enough. And Jatayu very well, he knew that he won't fight with Ravana. Still Jatayu fought. And Jatayu was killed. Ravana cut the wings of the Jatayu. So very important lesson Jatayu is telling here. Just imagine. And when Ram sees Jatayu, that Jatayu in the pool of blood, Ram takes Jatayu on his lap, and in the lap of Lord Ram, Jatayu gives his body. So, from the material point of view, if you see, Jatayu was defeated, right? But from the spiritual point of view, if you see, Jatayu won the life of his. How? Just see, Ram couldn't perform the final rites of his own father, but Ram performed the final rites of Jatayu. And in the lap of Lord Ram, gauging, seeing Lord Ram, chanting the name of Lord Ram, Jatayu leaves his body and immediately he goes to Ayodhya, the spiritual world. So sometime in spiritual life, materially we may be defeated. Materially there might be some loss, but spiritually always there is a gain. So sometime Lord may allow his devotee to materially defeated, but the soul is always protected. The spiritual consciousness is always high. Actually, when Lord tells her, I protect my devotee, means Lord always protect the spiritual consciousness of his devotees. And we are not this body, we are the soul. Tomorrow, today, someday we will die, right? But when a devotee dies, his spiritual consciousness is always high. And that's how Krishna is telling that I always protect my devotee. So that we can see in the life of Jatayu. And then Lord Ram, further when he goes, then he meets Kavandha. And Kavandha is a kind of a demon having one eye, one mouth. My God, I don't know how he looks. So Lord Ram kills Kavandha. Actually, he was a Gandharva. Because of a curse, he becomes such kind of a body. And then the Kavandha tells that you go in the southern direction and then you will meet the Banar Sena and they will help you getting Sita. And further, Ram goes ahead and he goes to the ashram of Sabri. Sabri was a disciple of Matanga Rishi. Matanga Rishi took all his disciples to back to Godhead. But Matanga Rishi tells that Sabri, you just wait that Lord Ram will come, and when you take darshan of Lord Ram, then you can go back to Godhead. And every day, without fail, Sabri used to decorate his hermitage with the flowers, because anytime Lord Ram may come. Just imagine the patience, the enthusiasm, the determination of Sabri without fail. And one day Sabri sees that Lord Ram is entering his house. She becomes very happy and she gives the berries. The famous pastime comes, he Juta berry Sabri ka. He tastes the berry and whatever sweet berries he used to give Lord Ram, and the sour berries she used to throw it. And that's how Lord Ram accept the berries of Sabri. Lord Ram tells in the Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. If somebody offers something with the bhakti, devotion, then happily I accept that. This we can see in the pastime of Sabri. That's how this section of Aranya Kand ends here. And then from here, Lord Ram goes and he meets Sugriv, Hanuman. That is called the Kiskinda Kand. And then Hanuman goes to Lanka. That becomes the Sundar Kand. And then there is a fight between Ravana and Ram. That is the Yuddha Kand. And at last, Ram rescues Mother Sita and comes back to Ayodhya. That is the Uttar Kand. So this four Kand we will discuss in our next week. We'll discuss this four Kand. So today we have discussed these three Kand. The first is Bala Kand, the birth of Lord Ram, and then the Ayodhya Kand, where Dasarath announces Lord Ram as a king, and then the Aranya Kand, how Lord Ram was banished from Ayodhya and he enters to the forest. Hare Krishna. So anybody have any questions or any comment? You can unmute yourself and you can ask your questions or any comment on today's discussion. And all can on their videos so that I can see who all are there. Hare Krishna. Hare Nihal has joined today. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, yeah, so I can ask you something.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so in the end, what Lakshman did, is it right or wrong?
What he did in the end, what I told?
Where he left Saitama. So
Acha,
is
acha,
it wrong or
Sita.
right?
Yeah. So, just see na, because Ram has gave him the order that to protect Sita, but when Sita questioned his character, it was very painful to Lakshmana. But he has to also obey the order of Sita also. So then he has to live. But because of that, Acharya says that because Sita Mata has doubted the character of Lakshmana, because of that, Sita has to give Agni Pariksha. Because of that, Ram also doubted the character of Sita. That reaction has come because Lakshmana is not an ordinary person. He is also a great devotee of Lord Ram, Ananta says. So that is how in the material world, um, because it is not actually applicable to the worldly personalities, but they are showing in their pastime. That anything if will do, the reaction will come. And because of that, Sita also has to undergo so much pain. Anything, anybody have any comment? Any share?
Actually, Prabhuji, I heard in one commentary that after so much requesting Lakshmanji, but when Sita Mata thought that he will not go only, so this Leela won't go ahead. So means, I don't know whether how much fact is there, but then she commented this statement like, "This is your intention. That's why you're not going to save the Lord." So
Yes.
that part is also there.
Yeah. So see, he was not ready to go, then Sita Mother doubts his character. And what could be more painful than somebody's master is doubting on the character? That's how Lakshman goes then. Okay. Anybody have any comment or anything else? Sarat ji, Vikas, Manjari, Mataji, Nihal.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, how are you?
Okay, that visit was fantastic. The video, so
We were all mixing you.
I tell you, I felt like I should have been there. But someday, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
You can plan our next yatra. That is on Kartik.
Yeah, I have to convince my wife to do that. She doesn't like flying. She doesn't like to go around. But let me see how I can convince her. But Hare Krishna, it was great. It was great.
Yes, first time we all come together. Rajendra ji, Tulika Mataji, Nihal, Vikas. We missed Manjari Mataji also.
I did not realize. I think nowadays younger group is much more excited, and in my time I did not see so much. But it is fantastic. I mean, I was surprised to see that, but I guess times have changed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Visalji, how is everything in China? Hare Krishna.
No, Prabhuji, I'm right now. I'm in Mumbai.
Right now you're in Mumbai.
I'm here since 1 month.
Oh, really? Then you should
Yeah.
come to GV.
Yeah, I want to. I was just checking, because I was having some personal function, so I had to. I was here. I was checking while you were giving the lecture. I was checking on the GE website. No space, Prabhuji. It's
No
booked.
space.
It's booked for 2 months.
2 months.
Ji, Prabhuji. You give me arrangement, Prabhuji. I'll come tomorrow only.
Okay, I'll check with my team. Let's see. So, how many of you are one or two? How many people you have total?
I want to come. I'm alone, Prabhuji. I'll come. First, I'll come.
Okay. Okay, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Prabhuji, as per the ISKCON, we are following the Valmiki written in Ramayana, right? So
Yes.
no, I just want to confirm because there are two Ramayana.
Yeah.
So we are following the Valmiki one.
Yeah, Valmiki Ramayana is generally in our parampara, most of the acharyas they have given commented on Valmiki Ramayana. So following in their footsteps, so generally we follow Valmiki Ramayana. Like that.
जी, bro. Okay, bro. And Prabhuji, I have also one more question. Like how to square off, like how to square off in relationship. Uh, I had a very good question asked and I couldn't answer. Somebody said that anybody is suppressing somebody, like A is suppressing B.
Mhm.
So that's possible because it may happen. It's happening because maybe the B has suppressed A in the previous life. So, but people right now can only see A suppressing B.
Mhm.
So how to square off that, like and is that concept, is it possible, and is that concept or is that thinking correct? Like okay, he is being troubled by me. The person is intentionally he's giving trouble to somebody,
Mhm.
but he's saying that okay, he or she is saying that okay, maybe in my previous life I must have like suppressed him, or he may have suppressed me. So what is the way to square off, how to square off the
Okay. Just see, first of all, thing is that suppressing somebody with your own thought process, ideology, or your own conception, it's is actually not healthy thing. That
right?
is one thing. And sometime being a devotee, we become so humble, and sometimes people take misdue advantages of that. So one thing is that uh, we should not allow somebody to take misdue advantages of our position. It's not कि यार ये devotee है चलता है उसको कुछ भी बोलते हैं. So we should not be like that. Whenever you're thinking that somebody is taking advantages of us, then you should be at stance at your position. That a story comes na Narad Muni's that Narad Muni tells that the snake that don't bite anybody. So then the snake stop biting people, and then the all children they start throwing stone on the snake. They were pelting stones, they were making fun of the stone, the snake, and the snake was miserable, about to die. And then he comes to Narada Muni and told him, just see, you told that not to bite anybody, now all are making fun of me. Narada told that, I told you not to bite. But I have never told you not to hiss and make them fearful. You can do that. Oh, like that. Eh? And then he started showing his hood again and creating his sound. And then all the children they start running. So like that, we don't have any intention of doing anything bad to other, but we should not allow us to be for other person to take misuse advantages of our position. That should not happen. If that is happening, means it's not good actually. But the main thing is that our attitude, our intention should be always good. That is very important. Like that. Because it is a material world and we have to live in this world with all this mindset. But always the intention should be pure and good.
So Prabhuji, if I understand well that uh, we shouldn't allow somebody to take advantage of us. Okay.
Yeah.
And always I'm thinking, I was when the person was asking me question, I was thinking how to suggest him to square off. Like it's like okay, like maybe he has done something. Maybe you were in a different relationship in the previous life, and that's why you are being suppressed in this life by him. So, is there a way to square off?
See, the karma, what you are telling, that is the karma factor.
Right.
You can't do anything.
Because Prabhuji, it's possible that this is the first. This life. It's a start. It's a start in this life, and again, like that's that bad karma you have to follow through in their
Yeah,
current life.
whatever karma is there, that is there, but we can't do anything with the karma thing, but we can do our endeavor. It's not that outside it's raining, so why to take umbrella? Raining,
No,
but
the
we have to take our umbrella.
But Prabhuji, the problem is the problem is like they are not devotees.
Mhm.
They are not devotees. So dealing with materialistic people is also a different chapter. So like in such a case, shall I leave it and not get into any suggestion or something? Or like because they say, oh Vishal, you are watching so many lectures, or you will be having solution. Arey, bas karo. Like it is like it's like too much of too much of facing such kind of situation. So you give a suggestion, you can help us. I'm saying like I don't have answer. Even I am struggling. I'm struggling in my this thing chanting life. So like I'm also trying my best. So if I get a chance to ask Prabhuji, I will surely ask and reply you. Or you can attend the session, but they will not attend the session. They will not attend, but they want my answer. So Prabhuji, like such a situation is a little bit complicated for me. I need your help also.
Okay. Yeah, bro, like that only. Because this it is very personal. I think it's related to their life, everything. So we have to understand it's very detailed way. It's not that 1 and 0, I'll tell something and it will work. It's not so easy. So you have to understand the situation very nicely, and then we can help it out. We can discuss it in more detailed way.
But so Prabhuji, I will just tell them that if you want help, you go to a professional mentor or something.
Yeah. Not an issue.
There's no shortcut, or like there's no shortcuts in such a
Yeah.
thing.
Material life, spiritual life, both are different.
But people are suffering, huh? Prabhuji, people are
I
really
know.
suffering.
Yeah.
They are suffering very badly. I can see they are like literally crying. I don't know why they are crying. In China, I was enjoying a session. I come here and like people are saying, oh, like we have problem here. I don't know why they look at me as if like I can give solution for everything. I am only attending sessions over there. And I'm sharing all the link. Prabhuji, believe me, all the link that I get, I share with them. Go attend, go see yourself. You can ask questions. But Prabhuji, I don't know. Like then it's like it's this Maya Nagari is very confusing for me. And
Yeah.
especially after COVID, after COVID thing, I don't know. It's like completely changed. I'm sorry, I couldn't attend. Like it was already. I took a break of 1 month, and in 1 month, like I couldn't. Today, I couldn't take it. I said I have to attend today. Something I have to do it. So I get the idea. I will not. I will just tell them if you need help, you have to go to a professional mentor, and you can get your help like that.
Yeah. So one thing is that Prabhuji, material world means suffering would be there, miseries would be there. In the Gita, Krishna tells that dukkhalayam ashashvatam. The person who has created this machine is the best person who can tell how the machine will function, right? So Krishna has created this material world, and he's telling no matter whatever arrangement you do, at the end of the day, misery is going to come. And that is how the material world is designed. Otherwise, everybody will be happy in this world. Krishna doesn't want you to become happy in this world. Otherwise, how we will go back to God? So, whatever you do, at the end of the day, old age will come. Where is the happy then? Disease will come. Where is the happy? Death will come. So the miseries are designed in such a way that the person will think for the solution. But the best thing is that solution means one should come to God. And that when a person get connected with the God, it's not that devotees will not get material miseries. They will also get. Devotees will also suffer. They will also go through all these things. But the thing is that devotees have the capacity to tolerate it, because they can see the connection with the God. Kunti Maharani just see, Pandavas see how much suffering they got in their family life. Krishna was there with them, but they were getting suffering. So, with the devotees, they can see the connection, and they can get the strength, stamina to tolerate it, and they can cross over. But the non-devotees, they become panic. God, what is happening? What will happen then? Because they can't see all these connections and they become anxiety, panic, and they become totally blank. What to do now? That is the difference between these two things, like that. Okay.
Hari Bol Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Sarat ji, you raise
Hare
your
Krishna Prabhuji. I would like
Yeah.
to comment to Vishal. In your Hare Krishna TV recently, you mentioned 4-step solution: A, B, C, D.
Yes.
Association, D is diet, C is chanting, and B is I forgot B.
I think
Association, books, chanting,
Yeah.
and
Books. Books. So books in Gita, association. This association that we are having a week, this is association, correct?
yes,
Am,
yes.
am I right or not? Right?
Yes.
And then, of course, diet. Diet should be very simple. There's no big deal on diet.
diet,
And
diet, yes.
chanting is the one that's most difficult one. How many you can chant in a day? But keep trying, right, Prabhuji? I mean, 4-step solution, right? So I don't understand why it should be so difficult. It should be fairly easy.
Yes.
I mean, you work in Monday to Friday. In the evenings, take some time off. In this session that we have. Of course, here it is a morning. Over there, it is evening. So it is good for people in India. The time that you have for this association and books. Books you can read on your own time. You don't need any special anybody. And diet, no big deal. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Diet is no-brainer. And chanting is to me is the one that's the most difficult one. But again, when you are sleeping or when you are doing something, you can chant as much as you can. And who knows? Prabhuji, I did not get a response from this Vrindavan's website, but I sent you this message on it. I just wanted a confirmation from Garg Samhita that said that now if everybody cannot live in Vrindavan, but Vrindavan is very clear that whatever you do in Vrindavan is 1,000 times effective. So you do chanting few times a day as much as you can. But when you do chanting in 1 month, 1 Kartik month in your lifetime, then you are done for your life. now.
But it's not that you will stop chanting. When you come
No. We don't stop chanting.
Yes.
But chanting as a human being. But Kartik Mas is the best month to make all your ends meet. If you are not 100 years old, 150 years old, that's a separate system. But if you don't live that long, but you just need 1 year, 1 month, and now of course this is something I would please like to have a confirmation from Mr. Braj Vrindavan, the one and I requested, but if that is true, then game over.
Yeah, that's how in Kartik, if you go to Vrindavan, you can't stand only. It's so rush. The whole world comes to Vrindavan on Kartik. I mean, everyone practices the devotion.
Of course, everybody cannot live in Vrindavan because the population of the planet is 8 billion people. So everybody cannot live in Vrindavan. But this is one little thing I would like to know, Prabhuji, if from Garg Samhita, I can only understand from Garg Samhita, because the thing with the Hindi form is that you cannot do it's such a large book that you cannot do what you call the search. In English, you can do the search. It says 1,000 times, but it's mostly mentions about Vrindavan.
Yeah,
I would like to know
correct. It is correct, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Vrindavan, not only chanting, in our yatra, I was telling to all our participants, any devotional activity you do in Vrindavan, it is multiplied to 1,000 times.
Correct.
Saying this, if you do any sinful activity also in Vrindavan, that also multiply 1,000 times. So be careful in Vrindavan.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
Yeah. Or only other solution is if we cannot get an answer on Garg Samhita about Kartik Mas, then what people can do is they can go for 1 month vacation in Vrindavan and do the chanting in Vrindavan and then come back at their home and then do chanting normally that they do, right? I mean, any problem with that?
Dham, actually, when you go to Dham, it has a potency. It's help you in your spiritual life for uplifting your consciousness. It's like an help. So anybody goes to a Dham, you get a boost in your spiritual life. So
yes, my Mamaji told me that I've never been to Vrindavan. He said that whenever you go to that place, it's got some kind of energy over there.
Yes,
and there's something there.
In that land, Lord Krishna has walked on that land.
Yes.
That land has touched Krishna's feet. Can you imagine? On that same land, you are walking, not an ordinary land, right? Like that.
So Prabhuji, I would like to have an answer on that one. If not, then the only solution would be that all the 8 billion people on the planet should one day could at least for 1 month go into Vrindavan, you know.
Don't worry, all people will never go to Vrindavan. For going Vrindavan, you need that faith, right? Then only you will
Yes,
go
yeah.
to Vrindavan.
Oh, yes, Prabhuji, that is very, very difficult. I am finding myself that I try to tell people, and you know, like Vishal is indicating this problem, and I'm having a problem. I'm talking about people who are Americans, you know, white people, black people, even Indians. Even Indians don't care about it, you know, and they're Hindus, you know, and I'm shocked. Such a simple thing, and you cannot do, you know. But anyway, that's all I have for my 2 cents, you know.
That is how the Maya is so powerful.
Yes.
Yes, Nihal Prabhu, you raised your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to ask you that in Mahabharata, the thought actually says that Arjun should eventually fight for his own kingdom. But in Ramayan, I think that Lord did not fight for his own kingdom at that time. So in our own life, at what time should we fight and at what time should we not?
Yeah. So good question. So in the if you see in the Mahabharata, the Pandavas, they had a right to have their kingdom because Yudhishthira Maharaj was the king. He was the elder brother. But somehow the Duryodhana cheated the Pandavas. So that was unethical, adharma. That is how Krishna told Arjuna to fight. But in Ramayana, if you see, Dasarath Maharaj is given a boon to Kaikeyi, and Kaikeyi took advantages of that boon. And he just took that two boon, that banished Ram for 14 years and made my son as the king. So there is no apparently adharma in the Ramayana, if you see, because Kaikeyi applied the boon. She took advantage of the boon and asked the boon from the Dasarath. And Dasarath has to obey because that is the boon he had given. And that is how Ram also obeyed. Because if you see even Dasarath Maharaj tells Rams that you can do one thing, you imprison me and put me in the jail. And you become the king. Because once I'm in the jail, then you don't need to listen to me, my boon. But Ram, what he told that, my dear father, whatever boon he has given to the queen, I should follow that. Then only your respect will be there. Otherwise, what is the point of the dharma? So that is how Ramayana was, both are in dharma. That was also dharma because they were in the adharma. So Krishna wanted to bring Arjuna to the dharma to kill them. And here also they are following the dharma like that. Okay. Okay, anything else? Anybody want to say? Manjari Mata is not telling anything. And she is not also visible today. What happened, Mataji? Angry? We have not taken you in yatra, that's why. Hare Krishna.
Mataji is so sweet enough. She messaged me, like, where are you, Prabhuji? I said, okay, Mataji, I'll join soon.
Okay. Anybody else want to share anything? Rajendra ji, you want to say something?
Nothing different. Only thing, tomorrow is a Padwa day. So I wanted to know how the Padwa day is celebrated only in Maharashtra and not other parts of the country. That is one question. And people say that we use that copper tambya, and that sunlight is collected into that, and the positive energy is getting into the home. So this idea should be followed by all, no? What do you think?
First of all, I'm not a Maharashtrian. I am not much on Padwa. But I have heard that tomorrow is the day when in the Vedic calendar the first day of the year begins from tomorrow.
Yes.
And here locally in the Maharashtra, they celebrate like they put a stick and they put a kind of a lota over that cloth, And I was reading some article that everything has a significance in that thing. Everything is a connection. There were some neem leaves that, and there was some sweet, there was some sari wrapped on that, and everything has a significant, something like that. Like
Yes.
that. I have to go through that article.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji.
I mean, I would just like to add here that the concept of copper vessel, like Tamba, what Prabhuji was saying, that is there in almost all the cultures, like in Hindu traditions. Copper has always been one of the thing in wherein you do anything holy, anything good, even water. I think in previous our ancestors they used to drink and eat on copper vessels only. So
Yeah, yeah.
that concept has always been there, and it is again being revived to a very big extent. So, and Gudi Padwa, yes, definitely that. So that is there in all the Hindu traditions.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That is it.
Okay, shall we end today's
And
class?
and one more thing to just add to what Vishal Prabhuji was having this that many people are asking him questions, and I mean trying to get some this thing from him, advice and all. I think Prabhuji, the mere fact that they may not be attending the class, or they may not be having a sort of consciousness of God, Krishna consciousness or something, but then they are looking up to you to give some solutions. So I think that there are different kind of people. Certain people, they just don't want to admit that God kuch nahi hai, aisa kuch nahi hota, and that type of attitude. But at the same time, sneakily they want you to give them advice. So that itself shows that dual path they are following. They want advice from a person who is into Krishna consciousness or God, but at the same time don't want to admit it. So theek hai, you give your advice, let them, whenever the time comes, they will accept and they will go ahead with it. That is what I feel.
But Mataji, the first thing I learned is that I will be always be struggling in my chantings, in my
Chanting, that is a
in
different.
my
I was
spiritual path. I'll be always struggling. It will be na material world ka, na spiritual world ka. So I'm like a lota, na idhar ka na udhar ka. So this is
nahi,
this
nahi,
problem is always gonna be there with me, always.
don't worry. I mean, see, you just start. It's not that everybody gets to do the chanting every time as we want to do more, but sometimes it doesn't happen. All are busy. So don't,
But
I mean, try as much. But I'm talking about the other part. There is something
but
in
I
you that they want advice. So just go ahead and give advice. Usme kya, अच्छा है ना? Someday they will definitely come to this path.
नहीं फ्री
That
फ्री
is
का
what I
एडवाइस
feel.
फ्री का एडवाइस कोई लेता है कोई नहीं लेता है
That should not bother
but
you. आप ले लीजिए.
but ठीक है but the one thing I tell everybody I'll
Yes,
uh, I hope Prabhuji also agrees with me
agree.
is just that I tell everybody is that the game is all about association. Who are you associated with? That's the whole game. The life is that game. I can stand on the top of the mountain and I can shout this thing. It is all and all about association. If I'm associated with devotees, the mind, the temperament, everything changes. Like that thirst is always there, and that knowledge, the knowledge incoming now, it is just beautiful. And if I'm associated with materialistic people, that is different game. That is completely different game. So and the best thing after getting associated with all the Prabhujis and all with the ISKCON devotees, I can say, is just that you don't feel that urge to be more with the materialistic people, because you will feel this is so temporary. Their viewpoint keep changing. If until unless they are gaining from someone or from me, or I'm gaining from them, till that time the relationship survives. Once that gain and the losses and एक बार वो चीज खत्म हो जाती है ना, then they don't need you. People are just
Our relation.
they're hankering for more and more and more, temporary happiness, which is not possible. It is too tiring. थक जाता
Our
है।
relationship with Krishna should be constant. Rest everything will fall in
That
place.
is the only constant
Yes.
thing. But I don't know,
बाकी
like
के बारे में सोचना.
आगे तो, like, actually we are very, I am thankful to Prabhuji, but we are very lucky. Like, I realize this, I can say this very, very strongly, that yes, association with Prabhuji and all that really helps, really helps. The groups beat 8. In fact, now we start at 9 o'clock, it's India time. I used to attend this 11:30 China time, and like, here I am here in India since 30 days, almost a month, and this is the first time I'm attending that session. But it's all about association, like, छोड़ो सब कुछ, like, हरे नाम पे लग जाओ. Yeah, but I was like, I should say that Prabhuji, I used to get up, like, the sleep. I have sleep disorder, so I go walking till ISKCON Juhu, chanting my rounds in the morning. So that's how I chant. That's a good thing, like, So I can say that.
So you are staying near ISKCON Juhu, huh?
I stay 4 kilometers away from ISKCON Juhu.
Very nice.
It takes me. It takes me 12 hours. Sorry, 12 rounds. 12 rounds to reach there.
So you might be taking darshan of Prabhupada quarters, Radharas Vihari.
I attend. I'll be honest with you. I mostly attend darshan arti. Darshan arti mein kar leta hu. And
So you can visit Prabhupada quarter is also there.
Yeah, 4th floor.
Fourth floor. That also is.
It's okay.
So one thing, Vishal, I would like to tell you that whenever any non-devotee or any material person, they seek any solution from you, na. So just be good with them. Okay.
Right.
So that will enhance their faith in God. Okay, because they are little suspicious and they are little thinking that we should not go so much into that, but whatever benefit we should take from this person because he's practicing. So like that, they will come to you. But when you are good with them, then their trust on you increases and their trust on the process also increases. Okay, this is a good thing. They are doing good thing. So slowly their respect for the God and their faith will increases, and that is how today or tomorrow or maybe next life they become a good devotee. So that is how preaching actually helps. In this way, we should be good with the people. Okay. Okay, Vishalji, Madan Mohan Temple.
Vikas, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, yeah, I had an office call. I was just juggling in between. So, one question I had, and probably you can answer in the next one. See, Ramji had the Ramji came, and this entire journey was to kill the demon Ravana. So he could have directly killed him, right? Why did Sita Ma had to go through such an ordeal and so much trouble she had to go through? And so why so much of a burden on her? And then even it didn't ended so well eventually. So a lot of questions on how the life of Sita Ma happened. So why didn't Ram just went and, hey, bhai, I'm here to kill you, and just kill him?
Yeah. So if you see on one point, Lord is there in everyone's heart as Paramatma Super Soul. So if you would have want them easily, he could have killed Ravana, right? If you just in a heart attack, he can kill Ravana also.
Exactly.
But still, all these are happening because that is how the rasa comes in a pastime. That the Lord is in a situation where he is in separation from his energy, his own beloved Sita Mata, and Lord is crying, Sita Mata is crying. So that in that separation, the love for each other that goes to an epitome, and Lord feels that. So that is how the pastime becomes so beautiful. Otherwise, what about Ravana go to get taken Sita, just go and kill Ravana in one day, everything finishes one day.
Yeah, like Narasimha Dev, right? One shot.
Nursing, there is no lila, no rasa is there in the nursing. So it just comes out and kills. Khatam. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. I mean, that is what I was just extending what you're saying, Prabhuji, that all our scriptures, all Ramayana ho ya Mahabharata ho ya whatever, it is a holistic thing. And as we say, everything like Ramayan, what Prabhuji was telling today, it is divided into different kands. So every kand has got its own significance, its own message, and the way. And if you just analyze them, na, if you can someday just sit and analyze them, everything has got a lesson. So
Yeah.
what we have to do is look at it as holistic thing. It is not just a story about Ram going to Lanka, killing Ravan, bringing back Sita. That happens in Hindi movies very easily, nicely just portrayed. Here, everything has got some or the other message. Let it be Ramayana, let it be Mahabharata, let it be any other thing. So you have to understand that. And for the three kand, he was explaining all about the Bharat. I mean, the brothers' love. Then about that story about why Lord Janak gave that Shiv Dhanush for this thing. Everything has shown how
Yeah.
energetic, how energy. So all those things are
Matanji,
holistically you have to view.
when she is telling about lesson, I remembered one lesson. One Acharya gave a nice lesson regarding why Sita was abducted by Ravana. So that Acharya was commenting that Sita Mata represented Jiva. And when Sita got attracted to the golden deer is like the Maya. So when a Jiva get attracted to the Maya, then Ravana represent the mind. Ravana having the 10 heads, right? So like your 5 karma indriya, 5 jnana indriya, the 10 senses.
Correct.
So when the jiva is get attracted to the Maya, then this mind captures the living entity. Means you will listen to the mind. Mind will like, ye karo, then the jiva does like that. And then Ravana takes Sita to Asok Vatika, to Lanka. And that is like the hub of Maya. Mind captures that jiva and the jiva becomes servant of the mind. And jiva loses his independent. And that time, Lord thinks that Ram sends Hanuman. Why? Because Ram checks that you go and see Sita, whether Sita is enjoying with Ravana happy or she wants to come to me. Check. And that's how Hanuman goes and check. Hanuman represents the Guru Tattva. Guru comes to this material world and Guru sees the condition of the Jiva. And then Guru tells to Lord that my Lord, Jiva are suffering, please take back to Godhead. And Hanuman comes back and gives message to Ram that my Lord, Sita is suffering, please bring her back. And then Ram takes the whole Vanara Sena, Sugriv and all the Vanaras, and they're like the Vaishnavas. And with the help of the Vaishnava, Lord again takes the living entity back to spiritual world. This is a strong message is given by Lord Ram through this pastime. Excellent by one of the Acharya in one of the Tika. So that's how Lord does his pastime. Simultaneously, Lord gives the lesson to the living entity in the material world through that lessons. We can learn all these things and apply in our life. Thank you.
Understood. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, Prabhuji, I would like to add something. My grandmother used to say, actually, see, as per Bhagavad Gita, 4 types of yoga, dharma, karma, jnana. So she used to say, like, see, if Jnani gets Jnana, he will become enlightened and he will go to expand his more knowledge. And then Bhakt will become so devoted to God, he will forget everything. He will become sannyasi or something like that. But what about karmic people? So Lord placed this pastimes in few yugas, like karmic people should know like how I have to live my life, how I should perform my duties. So that's what my grandmother used to tell me. Like that's why Lord place this pastime so that karmic people could know how I should live my grihastha ashram and go to the enlightenment and that.
Thank you. You can see the Ram's incarnation, all these are very practical. Day-to-day life, people can relate. Maryada Purushottam, but Krishna's pastime are very high, exalted, lifting Govardhan, doing this Rasvila. You can't imitate all these things. But Ram did all these activity that for an example for the future, so that all people can do that. Okay. So I have one thought in my mind because sometimes the class become very late. So how if we start the class little earlier, maybe some other day, like maybe on Friday at 7 p.m. Is it okay?
At least I won't be able to attend.
Why?
Because I reach, I mean, after office, I reach only around 7:45, 8 o'clock home.
8 o'clock.
Yes.
What about others?
7.
Yeah, Friday. So 9 p.m. Friday won't work, probably.
No, why I'm telling, because 9 p.m. when you start class, then it goes to around 10, 10:30, very late. So I thinking that if I'll just prepone the class, is it okay or not? How many are okay? Please raise your hand. Okay, Nihal, what about other? Vikas, others? Nilesh, okay.
Maybe somewhere in between 7 and 9, 8 or 8:30, little earlier.
Yeah.
Then it is okay.
Okay. Vishal, what about you?
Was you only this Friday or all the Fridays?
And I'm asking about future, all the Friday.
Probably 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock actually is also okay, but cannot say anything. I cannot. If I'm free, I'll definitely join. Here in India, I cannot say anything right now.
Now, India is okay. So in general, when you go to China, is it okay?
Yeah, Prabhu. China, so you can tell me all day.
Okay.
China is
Who else? Sarath ji,
I have no objection. Whatever people in India decide, it's fine with me.
Rajendra ji, Manjari Mata
Yeah,
ji.
no problem, Prabhuji.
No problem. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bindu Venugopal Mata ji have problem that at least
Problem is the timing, that because I
time.
reach home only around 7:45. That is the only thing. I can sit immediately, maybe around 8 o'clock, fine. 7 will be time when I'm juggling on the street, on the train,
8 o'clock.
So
8 o'clock is a good time.
Yeah,
8 o'clock is a good time.
correct.
8 is okay.
8
8 is okay.
So
okay.
now, so you're saying no classes on Tuesday?
Choose.
No, Tuesday I have other classes, but because we start at 9, then it become very late. So at least we can start by 8. Then it will be 9:30. That will be good, right?
Friday.
So,
Yes, yes.
so Fridays are good for you all. Can join.
So class will be on Fridays only, not on Tuesdays. That is what I think Prabhuji was also.
I was thinking like that because Tuesday already we have classes. So then I have to do on the Friday because Friday also I'm free. So instead of Tuesday, we can have Friday at 8 p.m. Is it okay?
That is okay.
All okay for all?
Yes, yes, okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, for all okay. Is it okay? Friday 8 p.m.
Okay, I think okay for me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, take it. So then I'll let you know because this week already we have a class. So okay, take. So next week we will have a Tuesday only because 30, 31st we have a Ram Navami here. Anyhow, we can't have class. So next week we have a Tuesday. Then after next week I'll let you know. Okay. So if I'll change, then I'll change Friday 8 p.m. Okay. Chala. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।